start.
Middle start. That's why you're there this time.
It's fair to say that professionalism is in the tech.
Well, no. Professionalism is in the talent.
And that's what we are. Talent.
Yep. All right, gentlemen.
We good?
Yep.
Ready?
Go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Well, hi everyone and welcome to another episode of Dan and the Doctor, and I'm here with my extremely handsome co-host, Dan Repacholi, with the beard down to his knees. Dan, how are you, mate?
I'm very good, Gordon, and welcome back, everyone. It's great to be back here. I think this is nearly our 10th or 11th episode.
Yeah,
so
getting up there.
We are definitely getting up there, and we are getting way more viewers than we ever expected. More than our mums and dads, even our sisters and brothers are looking at it now.
This is right. This is
it's
right.
crazy. We're really reaching
About
the
the
public.
population of the Hunter, mate.
Exactly right. And you know what? We've got lots in the Hunter, lots to give,
Oh, here
lots
we
to
go,
love.
here we go.
Unlike that Central Coast. And straight on, we're on the bag and the Hunter out already. So anyway, let's move on to our fantastic guest that we have today. We have the member for Flinders, Zoe McKenzie. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, gentlemen. It's nice to be here. I've been nagging you for this for some time, so I'm glad you finally got around to having me on.
You have been nagging us, and like all men, we take our time.
Exactly.
We have to let it sink in a few times
Exactly.
with our wives.
Gotta get
and
it
constantly.
perfect, Dan.
That's
Gotta get
exactly
it
right.
perfect.
We do have to get it perfect,
Yeah.
and
Do a few,
we feel
ones where you only talk about sports, so you all feel safe, yada yada, and then you bring the chicks in.
Well, that's
exactly
exactly
right. Yeah, spot on.
That's exactly
So,
right.
There will be some sport talk as well,
Oh,
just so
good.
we don't feel awkward. But there will definitely be some sport talk.
Yes.
So, Zoe, one of the questions that we ask all
Yes.
of our guests when they come on first is what brought you to this great building? Dan and I have different stories, but what got you here?
Oh, nice. Well, I think
And the unedited crazy story, not the one that you normally give to media as
We
well.
don't want the one of the Scouts Club.
Well, no, I remember, I came to Parliament when I was 8, right? And it was the one down the road. And I just fell madly in love with it. I collected all the brochures and then I went back to school. This is before the internet, right? I go back to school with all the brochures and I just talked about it endlessly for years. Yeah, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And then I suppose one way or the other, I ended up living a life consistent with maybe still doing this. I wouldn't say it was like a burning passion from 8 onwards, but it was always a plan at the back of my head. And I don't know, I suppose life landed me in the position where I could get here.
So you got it from the brochures. From the
From
brochures.
the brochures, I know, right? So those
They had
education
brochures.
office things, like just the things that show you this is where they sit, they sit and they talk about laws and there's the mace and yada yada.
Yeah,
I know.
right.
Yeah. I
So
know,
a real
ridiculous,
political
right?
nerd.
A total, political nerd.
You know what we should do, Gordon?
What?
We should get our brochures out to when we go to local schools and give them to them. They might want to come work for us one day.
But you
I'll prep
do.
down, I'll
But you do,
prep.
right? So you go to schools, right, and you talk to them about what you do, and you can always see that in maybe 60 kids, there are 2 that are just like, I got a question, I got a question, I got a question. That's would have been me,
Oh, that was you.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Were you like that at school, Dan?
It depends on what the subject was. I was subject specific.
Oh, right.
Yeah, subject specific.
Adjacent?
So sport, I was questioning things.
Oh, yes.
Hand up,
Yeah, English,
hand up, Dan.
wasn't questioning enough. And then the rest, it doesn't matter.
This is right. This is right. Oh, very good.
Yeah.
So political nerd, but
Yep,
also
big
interest
nerd.
in many other things.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, actually, I was a maths and science kid at school.
Yeah, right.
So not a
STEM.
English. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and you went into being a lawyer, though.
I know, but I think it was the time. So I was at school in the 80s and, we were all LA law kids, so that was the thing we wanted to do. And also, because as Dr. Gordon knows, my mum was a doctor. And so, I would spend weekends traipsing around hospitals doing her hospital rounds on the weekend. I thought,
Else would you rather be, Dan?
this is a job for mugs, right? Being in hospital on the weekend. So now, instead, we're everywhere else on the weekend because that's what we do. But I did think Mum worked extremely hard and I thought, wow, that's a lot of sacrifice and I'm not sure that I want a job with so much sacrifice in it. Anyway,
And your mum
did
was
not
a
turn out
surgeon,
well.
is that right?
Yeah, cardiothoracic surgeon.
Cardiothoracic surgeon, yeah,
You were on the job without as much sacrifice as you're doing this.
Right, so I think surgeon may have been a better call. But if I wanted time, with my family. But that was sort of the model that I grew up with and
Yeah, nice. And you knew what you're in for coming into this role anyway. 'Cause
Absolutely, yeah.
You've done a lot of work. You were chief of staff for some people,
Robbie,
state
yep.
MPs and...
No,
some
federal MP.
Federal MP, so chief
Andrew
of
Robb,
staff. Yeah, okay.
and
yeah.
Brandis in the Howard years, and then worked for Brendan Nelson and Julie Bishop as well. So I knew the building pretty well, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
I
This is
didn't
just like
quite-
coming home.
In a way, it was like coming home, particularly because you guys would know now, so many of the guards, the tip staff, the clerks have been here forever.
Yes.
And so when I came in, a lot of my friends that I'd grown up with in the Howard era had gone, the ministers had gone. But the guards and the tip staff were still here, so I just realised I still have my family here. It's just a different family from the one I thought I was going to have.
Yeah, good stuff.
And then new family, right, in the class of 22.
Class of 22,
Yeah.
and we're
Exactly
unique.
right.
We're definitely a unique church in
We
the
are.
class of 2022.
A broad church.
A
as
broad
well.
church, yeah.
Extremely broad.
Yeah.
Very, very broad. But that's okay. That's a good way to be, though.
It is,
Broad.
it is.
Yeah.
It showcases what Australia is now, and it
Yeah.
is very, very broad. So
indeed.
we all have different opinions, and one thing I learned in this role is that I used to think opinions were like bottoms, everyone had one.
Yes.
But now I've changed that opinion to they're like elbows because every prick's got two.
Yes.
Yes, so it's a good thing to be part of.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, yeah. I don't
We've started off strong, Dan.
I know.
We started off strong.
So
Very
as
good.
you're a little bit more prim and proper than Gordon and I are, obviously.
Somewhat,
and
yeah.
So and the member for Flinders has to be really with
Quite.
your lovely, beautiful area,
know.
the nice coastline
It
there.
keeps you classy. It always keeps you
Yes.
classy.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I said a nice coastline. Yeah.
Jesus, Dan.
I've got we've got hundreds of kilometres of beautiful coastline. I think it keeps you classy because it makes you pretty zen. Like I kind of drive down the freeway and just, when you see the ocean, you'd be the same for you, right?
Yep.
You see the ocean.
Can you tell him that, please? Very good.
You've
I
got
said
ocean,
Lake
don't you?
Macquarie,
Oh, what?
and that is beautiful, thank you.
Macquarie's too far north. I don't want to be part of that.
Don't you have ocean?
No,
ocean.
I don't have ocean.
Mines
Yeah,
everywhere.
I'm landlocked,
Mines.
apart from the biggest saltwater lake in the Southern Hemisphere,
Oh, that could be
Lake
beautiful.
Macquarie. It's a beautiful, beautiful place.
Okay, great.
Moving swiftly
Don't have
along.
any ocean. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, Dan, no ocean.
No, but why do you need ocean, right, when you can have the world's best wine right at your doorstep?
Mate, I've got the world's best wine and
Starting
ocean.
early.
Yeah.
Did you say you
I've
have it?
got the world's best
This is
wine
where
Oh,
we
please.
and ocean.
Can you please continue?
Yeah,
Continue.
sure.
Tell him more.
Pinot,
Tell him more.
Chardonnay. Come on, Mornington Peninsula wine's better than yours. Yours is all heavy. It puts you to sleep.
And you know what?
I'm so
Nothing
happy
better
this
than
is
having a good
happening.
sleep. Nothing better than having a good sleep
I'm
after
sure
a big
is.
day of a wine tasting.
Yeah, no, okay.
Yes.
Well,
so
anyway.
we have the best seminar in the world.
Yeah.
Literally the best seminar in the world. It's
Yeah,
been
but who wants to
voted
drink that?
You know who wants to drink that?
Yeah.
Classy people. That's the Hunter, full of class.
Oh dear. Yeah, no. Anyway, no, it's nice having ocean. It's beautiful. And it does, keeps you classy and refined more than others that don't have ocean.
I'm so happy this is happening. Thank you, Zoe.
Let's wait till we get to the vote. But anyway,
we'll
talk
wait,
about
we'll
that.
wait.
Yes. Yeah.
So when you walked into this office,
Yes. This one or like the whole building?
this one, this
Ooh,
office in
yeah.
particular,
Yeah.
did you think that everything was ordered and neat, how you think it should be?
No, it's actually quite good.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's really good.
Right.
Yeah.
Because little birdies tell me that you like things a bit neat and
Oh,
ordered.
I do like things a bit neat. And I quite like your art, by the way, out the front. Not that one,
thank you.
but the one out the front.
This one's a little bit darker.
Yeah, exactly.
And that one, I like them both. Like that puts out a bit of a hunting vibe, chasing the
Yeah,
rabbit.
yeah. Good
Gotta
one.
eat.
That's so weird.
One out there's quite nice too.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Yep, the,
you didn't choose that one?
Yeah, I chose all of them.
Oh, really?
Yep,
Okay,
chose
good.
them all, yes.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, to give you a story, because I think this is where you're going with my OCD tendencies, on the day after I was declared the member for Flinders, I rang the art department and said, "Hi, it's Zoe. Now, I just want to talk to you about the art I want in my office." And she said, "Who are you? Where are you coming from?" And I said, "I just got declared yesterday, so I know I'm allowed to ring you." And she said, "You are like the lowest of the lowest of the low priorities." And I said, "I know that, but I'm probably the only incoming member of the class of 22 who actually knows your collection, so I want to talk to you about particular pieces of art, and you could just rest them to when I get there. That would be great." Anyway, I have beautiful art.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Did they
No,
resist
No,
them
they
for you?
didn't.
No?
They didn't. But they
Okay.
clearly said, right, OCD column, we're just going to pop this woman over here. And, I particularly said, "Do you have any Mornington Peninsula art?" And it turns out they don't. They have 2 pieces of stained glass window done by a local artist in the building, but no actual pieces of work that you can display in your office, which we'll obviously have to change. But nevertheless, they had stuff that was evocative of the peninsula. And so I've got a beautiful vibro beach house done by the guy, the Mumbo guy, I can't remember his name, Reg
Yep.
Mombasa.
Reg
There you go,
Mombasa,
in my
yeah.
head. And then I had this hilarious one of a girl jumping through a hoop, which I thought was kind of funny for politics. And then in the front is probably your Salt Lake, actually, but it looks like a kind of quiet, calm ocean bay day in the peninsula. Beautiful.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
but I was the last of the last, but I got wicked art. Everyone else got...
So when you said, right, that she put you in the OCD column,
Yeah, she did.
I think it would have been a different wording. we'll let the viewers and listeners decide what they want that wording to be, but I can guarantee you it wasn't OCD she was thinking.
And then
Yeah.
I said, can I come down and look at the stacks, the racks down there? And she goes, "No, ma'am, you can't do that." I go, "Come on, I've already done it twice before, once when I was on the Australia Council Board and another time, 20 years ago in the building." But that woman was like, in the crazy box and you are not coming anywhere near this.
She said it, not us, people. She said it, not us.
I know, but yeah, I love art.
Yeah, good. And don't worry, Gordon has a bit of OCD or craziness towards cleanliness as well.
Well, it's a doctor thing.
Especially in his BMW. He has a BMW that has to be
BMW, Gordon.
pristine.
Worked hard for that, Dan.
Yes, no, I understand that. And I'm not here to judge how hard you work, because you do work hard.
So if I can defend Gordon, I think it's a doctor thing, right? So Mum being a cardiothoracic surgeon, like she'd have sterilisers all over the house. We'd have instruments, medical, surgical instruments all over the house. And one of my favourite things that she passed down to me is you have a, what are those knives called?
Scalpel.
Yeah, we've got a scalpel.
Yeah,
and that's how you go around the edge of the sink and the oven to make sure there's no grime.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it works really well.
That's the way.
Yeah.
I'll have to...
Food for thought for later.
Yeah, I'll...
And so every time I move...
We can have a kitchen cleaning day,
we can bring utensil, thank you.
And there's also...
You put your hands, scalpel, yeah, scalpel.
Exactly.
Grey's Anatomy over here.
What's the one where you spread it?
And there's also that...
the thing to hold, like the reverse scissors.
Oh.
Or the reverse
Do you mean like a
plan.
retractor?
I don't go.
The pinchy thing?
Forceps?
No, but like the little pinchy
Good work.
thing.
See, good work from the background. Forceps. You should know that. You're a bloody.
You're making these weird hand signals like you're directing a plane.
Instead of it closing like that, it opens.
Yeah.
Yeah. But don't you mean like a long one?
It opens, it still closes.
No.
It's the hunter
You squeeze it and it opens. And then it holds
What
it.
happens?
It'll go to wherever it
It
goes.
closes.
Well, it depends. Depends if you leave it half open or not. It's like scissors. You might have it like that. You might have it like that.
Can you put your
Exactly.
hands down? Put your hands
No, but like I grew up with those things as toys, right? So
Yeah,
Mum would
nice.
have all the instruments at home, and then you paid the one that does this, and the one that does that, and the one that moves people's chests open.
This is why you became a lawyer and I became a fitter.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I grew up with not those toys.
No. Anyway, but it's always an interesting moment, when you have got friends around and they go, "Oh, what's this?" Because obviously you've got to wrap the sharp end in a whole lot of alfoil so that nobody plays with it by accident. And then you go, "What's this?" And you go, "Oh, yeah, it's a scalpel for cleaning the oven." They go, "Okay."
Once again, we're talking about OCD.
This is not the new season of Dexter.
Yeah.
So, and what have you thought since coming into this building? What have you thought? Have you enjoyed your time here?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, what are we, 2 and a bit years in, and you still sit on the green couches and go, bloody hell, how'd this happen? Like, it's a pinch yourself moment, I think, every single day. And the people you meet, the people you talk to, the issues you have permission to explore, it's extraordinary, right?
Yes, it is. It really is.
So it's extraordinary in terms of who you get to meet, but it's extraordinary as well in terms of the responsibility of then fixing stuff, right? So that you sit there and, I'm on the social media inquiry at the moment, right? And you know that the problems are vast, from bullying, self-harm, extremism, radicalisation, all the way down to the reformatting of the human brain, right? Like we're not developing the frontal cortex the way we used to. Kids have no real capacity for either boredom or deferred gratification. The fact that we should have by the end of this year, so many of those problems understood and on the table, and the question is, what on earth do we do about them, right? So they're global issues. It's not like Australia can regulate itself into a different social media environment, but you think about those things all the time, and it's an awesome responsibility. Not always one you're 100% confident you'll get right all the time, but you got to try, right?
Yeah, that's right. And you've got...
There's no job like it.
That's exactly right. And with the social media side of things, I've got 2 young kids.
Yeah.
And you've got stepkids as
Yeah.
well. And how have you found that, since you've gone to this inquiry,
Yeah.
how have you approached things differently with your stepkids?
Oh, so that's such a great question because it's like my revenge. So the thing with step parenting...
Parenting tips 101 from Zoe.
Because with step parenting, you've got the chance to care and guide and be a good friend, but you don't have any control mechanism, right?
Yep.
You can't really set rules for the family. You can make suggestions, but you don't get the final say. I would say to my kids, there's like Class A decisions and Class B decisions, and Class A decisions are biologics only. Class B decisions, step parents might get a word in. And so for years, I tried really hard. I'd read all these books about what screen addiction and social media was doing to kids. So I would try to set up a scheme in the home that would best match that, right? So 2 or 3 hours of Wi-Fi a day, whatever.
Yep.
And then COVID happened and blew it all up. And then by then they were sort of proper adolescents, 16, 17, 18 rather than 11, 12, 13, and the whole bloody thing blew up. So, but But what I love now, having not been able to fix my kids, if I just fix the country, like I kind of reverse engineer the solution. So that's, I think a lot of our passions in this place is, right, I didn't manage to fix my own children in time. If I fix the social media system going forward, I will save somebody else's stepkids.
Yeah, nice. Excellent.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's very good. Yeah. And we know you speak a few different languages, but how many in total do you speak?
So French is really solid because that's the one I started in grade 4. And then German I did to a kind of post-VCE stage and then went to German university for a while. Spanish was the one I kind of did a couple of years at university thinking, look, I probably won't need that one. And then, of course, my partner of the last 10 years is Argentinian. So I've kind of had to bring that one back into the orbit. So probably French really well and the other two reasonably,
Well, I think we need to give them a run, Dan, don't we?
Oh,
Yes.
great. Well, I was going to carry your bags in Paris. Dude, you let me down.
Unfortunately,
Not to mention the country.
I really didn't take one for the team there, Zoe. I'm terribly sorry about
really
that.
Disappointed.
Yes, but
I'm
that's sport.
sorry for you, man, because that means the world to you.
Oh, yeah, it happens. And we do our best. Sometimes our best isn't good enough, though.
Yeah,
So,
but still
yes.
to get that far, with a consequential day job at the same time is bloody awesome.
That's
so
it.
well
And we
done.
do, time is always a challenge in these roles. Like, we work extremely hard.
Yeah.
And to the viewers out there and listeners, federal MPs do work very, very hard. And you'll hear people say we don't do this, but the hours we work are absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then Gordon, on top of does those hours, he also goes into the ED department and then works shifts in
That's
there as well.
extraordinary. That is extraordinary.
So, yeah, it's
But I keep being busy with the medical skills here too. There's barely a month that goes by where I say, Gordon, I've torn at this and this is broken and, whatever.
Keeping the parliament going.
Exactly.
Yep.
Mate, you always
Someone's
need
got
one.
it. Someone's
Between
got
you
it.
and Mike, you've got to have a doctor nearby because,
true.
we're
And
here
Mike's
15
next door
hours.
to you pretty much in the office, nearly.
But we're 15 hours a day, right? And I
Yes.
remember once, I'd had a piece of surgery, Paul Gordon will remember this, and the stupid stitches all came out. And I was about to get on a plane. And I thought, what am I meant to do? Not go to Canberra and go back to the doctor in the morning or just go to Dr. Gordon at 7 a.m. on Monday. So I just went to Dr. Gordon. He was grass.
Much better.
Stuck me back together.
That's all right. Good stuff. Medicare, Gordon's Medicare Urgent Care Clinic, right here.
Exactly.
In Parliament House. If you need it, please go down to whatever the room is and see Gordon and his team.
And I paid him in excellent Mornington Peninsula wine. So there you go, Targa.
And they do have good wine. And I know I say Hunter is the best, which I still firmly believe it is. But as long as you're buying Australian wine, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Like supporting our Australian grape growers and our Australian wine producers, that is the main thing.
It is.
Definitely be doing that, but make sure you tick Hunter Valley first.
No.
Now, one thing we do like to ask all of our guests
Yes.
is your thoughts on a particular topic and a particular matter, and I'm very passionate about this. Dan,
Okay.
You've gone
we'll give-
early. You've gone
Dan-
off early here.
I know, because I
Look
wanted
at
to
you,
get,
you
I
make
wanted
me
to get in
sick.
there early because
You
you were
make
really
me
hitting it
sick.
hard. Dan will dribble in a moment. But the question we like to pose is, would you prefer to be in an area with, hundreds of kilometres of uninterrupted coastline, beautiful national parks,
Not as nice as your coastline.
some of the biggest in the country, world-class restaurants,
World-class restaurants?
Yes, world-class restaurants, absolutely.
Can you name it for me?
Sorry?
Can you name them
I'm
for
going
me?
to take you to
Just
one.
one.
Yeah, I'm
just
going
one.
to take you there, Dan. World-class restaurants, absolutely beautiful place. Would you rather go there, or would you rather go to an entire electorate that is one coal mine, and you cannot see the blue sky? So the question is it Central Coast or is it Hunter?
Well, so it'd be tempting to go to the coal mine because Dan has invited me to come and visit his coal mine at some point in time. But you do have a secret weapon of which you are probably unaware, which is that my ex-boyfriend's parents live in Umina.
Oh,
So there you go.
God's country.
I know, right?
God's country.
I know.
So, I don't want to bring up
so,
ex-boyfriends,
yeah.
right? But is that a turn-off for your minor?
I'm very close to my ex-boyfriends. Thank you very much. I
Very
think,
good,
yeah,
very good.
When you're an only
Unexpected.
child, you hold on to your family, however defined.
Yeah, fair enough, fair
Including
enough. And now I'll give you the beautiful spiel of the Hunter, which honestly, it speaks for itself. He says it's just a coal mine. You know what it is?
It is.
It is a beautiful area that has mining, that has
Wine.
and has
we got wine.
equine. So you know what we like
Yeah?
to say?
What?
Wines, mines and equines. That's what the Hunter's
Oh,
well known
nice.
for.
Yeah, nice.
How long are you
Beautiful
practicing that in front of the mirror,
little
mate?
while.
Yeah.
How do you
We
even
have
get there? Like, where do
The
you
Hunter
fly
Valley.
to?
So you fly into Newcastle,
Okay.
a 50-minute drive from Newcastle Airport, straight in.
A lot of
that's
driving,
all right.
a lot of
So-
driving, a lot of
driving.
flying.
We have six hatted restaurants, all within 15 minutes of each other.
Nice.
And I don't mind a bit of fine dining here and there. As I said, we have some of the world's best wines.
Yeah.
Actually been voted the world's best wines. And we are very well known
By
for
whom?
Simeon. By the world.
Well done, Daniel.
Thank you.
Thank you. Smooth.
I've been working that one too.
Yep.
Yeah, good, good.
Yep. Yeah. Nice.
So we have a lot going for us in the Hunter, and it's just really, it's a beautiful, pristine place to be.
Yeah.
It's got fantastic job opportunities.
Good.
Fantastic
As
dining
long as that coal mine
opportunities.
stays open, it will.
Fantastic drinking opportunities. Fantastic tourism opportunities.
Excellent.
So has everything
Well, we've
in
all
there.
got
So
it going
wine
on
tasting an open cut mine
Yep.
or a beer at Margarita Days overlooking the ocean at your miner.
Exactly.
Go on, Zoe.
No, it's pretty special. Oh, you mean I have to choose?
Have to
Yeah, you
choose
got
one.
to choose. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have to go back and revisit them because it's been a long time since I was in either
Fence
place.
sitter. Fence sitter.
Ah, you got to pick
Yeah.
one. You got to pick
Come
one.
on.
TikTok.
Pressure's on.
Well,
TikTok.
okay, for the family reasons, it has to be you, mine. I'm sorry, Dan, but I really want to come to your coal mine. I really want to come to your coal
We'll
mine.
take a drive up
Thank
after
you.
that.
Yeah, thanks.
yeah.
I'm going to wipe the tears away.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sorry, honey.
Dan, it's just, I'm
Anyway,
coming back. I'm
Gordon
coming
did
back.
go off early on this. Usually we keep
did.
that to the end, but he's gone off
Yeah,
way
I did.
too
I had to.
early.
I wanted to surprise
But that's
you.
okay.
I wanted to
It's,
surprise you.
I was
surprising
setting
you.
the scene just to try and get that back up there, but no.
I got to cut that off at the pass.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Sorry about that.
we have a word that you
Yeah.
sort of say. It's
Yeah.
I don't exactly know what it is. I need a little bit of my notes here. It's
Yeah.
sharing this day.
Sharing us day. Yeah.
Sharing this day. And so you did say a little bit
Unpack
earlier.
that, please.
You did say a little bit earlier that the OCD, or some may say
Yeah.
crazy,
Yeah.
side was coming out.
Not us. Not us.
And that wasn't us, that came from you. So,
Yes.
and some of the staff have said that it's a.
Yes,
They thought it was a
it's a
little bit
bit of a thing.
crazy when it
It's a
came
bit
out at the start.
Well, it's because
Throwing
we
them
had
under the bus.
we worked out we needed a word for when I was being particularly OCD because I think as I get older and I get more like it started young, right? So I remember when I was like 15, somebody said you only remember yellow and blue highlighted information, right? And so I put that in my pocket and went, fine. So now if you give me anything that's not highlighted in yellow and blue, I just go, I'm not going to read that.
Is that true?
Yes. Well, I don't know if it's
I
true.
did the pink highlighter and I remember
See,
it.
no, bad.
Is it just
so
oh,
bad?
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, I don't like that.
I
Anyway,
hate
I'm going to give this a go.
and it's like somebody once told me, if you study to Baroque, you remember better, right? So if ever I'm writing speeches, Baroque is playing in the background. I know, weird little, you know.
How do you feel about that, guys?
Yeah.
Do you have to listen to her Baroque? I have a Barocca a day every now and then. But
Anyway, so you get all
maybe that
these,
does the same thing. I'll check it out.
no, so you get all these little tidbits through life of things that are meant to be good or the most efficient or the most effective way of doing things. Anyway, so I carry that through probably a little bit too much. Anyway, so the team now has a name for it. So when I do something really, really next level OCD, we just say, Sharon Day, and then it kind of loses its power of annoyingness and it just becomes funny.
So if I see you walking down the hallway going, sharing us day,
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Stuff
I've
is
given,
just gone
I've
nuts.
given the staff a hard time about something. Yeah, but it comes down to tabs and labels and, oh, God. Yeah, it's pretty annoying, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
We all have our little traits.
Yeah.
Mine isn't that.
You got a word, Dan? What's your word, Dan?
Yeah.
Do you have a word that you
Starts in F and ends in C. It ends in K, sorry, usually. Yeah. Depends if how you spell it on Facebook because you swap the C and the K around.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So,
This is true. This is true.
But no, like everything's, you know, like in the toolbox, everything's labelled
Yep.
with the proper label printer.
Yep.
Yeah, stuff like that. That I think is pretty weird.
That's good. That's
Do
not
you
weird.
take
It's
your- do you take the toolbox
It's
with you?
organised, guys. It's organised. Come on.
Yeah, but it means
A
you
little
can
too
find
organised?
everything when you need it, right? Yeah.
Does the label maker have label maker written on it?
No.
Oh, really?
Well, you're not that
But
organised.
I've
are
still
you?
got the box, so I put it back in its box when I finish printing labels and then I put it in
really?
the cupboard. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Up here? Yeah, but the one in my
label
home.
maker is labelled. Yes,
yeah,
it is.
next door to the laminator.
Do you have a station? Like laminator, you know, your binder?
No,
label
they're in the
maker?
cupboard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what I really fantasize
Maybe I'll put
about
one
is
back
one of
in the
those
cupboard.
guillotine machines so that
Oh,
when
yeah,
you
you've
cut
got a
things, they're always
guillotine, yeah,
perfect as
nice.
well. Haven't got around to that yet.
Yeah, nice.
I know, right?
We've got one right. If you do too many bits of paper, it's no good.
Oh,
Cuts
yeah.
at an angle.
Yeah.
No good.
No,
or
no good.
just the person using it, Mackenzie, may not have been using it correctly.
No, correct. Yeah. But I'm quite worried because I'm 51 now, so by the time I'm like 55, this could be really like next level painful. But
Good
then-
luck, staff.
Yeah.
We'll revisit this in 4 years' time, and we'll see what you think then.
But you've got to be really organised to do these jobs, right?
You do.
So I think it's naturally kind of congenial to people who are a bit OCD.
Yeah, that's right. And you do have to be very organised, and your
Yeah.
whole life is run by a diary.
Yes.
Yes.
And a filing system. Digital or hard copy.
Add to cart.
Add to cart. Yeah, I like filing systems as well. I'm sorry. Yeah. But it means I can find things when I need to find them.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. I usually, when I need to find something, I go, Chad, can you please get this for me?
Thank God for Chad.
Exactly. Everyone
And
needs
Joe's
a
the
chat.
same for
Thank
you.
God for
Yeah.
Chad and Joe.
We
Yes.
have we all have our people that
Exactly.
make our lives easier.
Yep.
In theory.
And who understand our strange operating models.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right.
Sharon
Very
Hasday.
strange
Sharon Hasday.
operating.
Exactly.
Sharon Hasday.
Getting that on a t-shirt.
How's your day, Zoe? Sharon Hasday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we hear you do like some sports.
Yeah.
You're a Richmond fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Did
man.
you get to
Although-
go to Dusty
I
Martin's
did.
300 game?
Yeah, I did go to his 300, which was awesome. But that's
Yeah,
like the
good.
only game I've managed to go to in 2 years. I
Yeah,
I
really?
just
Yeah,
find
okay,
that
yeah.
the sort of fun side of life is the first to be sacrificed. In
Yes,
this
that's
job.
right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's
I mean,
exactly
I'm always
right.
walking around the building like going, that looks fun, that looks fun, that looks fun. And I think my staff just immediately say no to everything that looks fun. Like they don't even put it to me. It's like, oh, that'll be fun. No.
You know what some people call it? The fun police. Yes.
Exactly, right?
yeah.
It's like, oh, great. Like
That's
Spotify
right.
was here. I mean, Tones and I were here playing. That looked awesome. You know, then there was a Google party. They all went to the Google party. I didn't know about the Google party.
Why
Anyway.
did you not let your boss know about the Google party?
Google party was fun.
show
The
you
Wiggles
guys
were at the Google party.
See, I didn't know. Yeah, she got a good photo with the Wiggles, but I didn't get
They're
into it.
devastated back
No,
there.
I know, but they know, because the other challenge for me in this job is not just because I'm weird, but an OCD, but I'm an introvert. And so I need to build in these times of my day to kind of seal away. So they go to the fun things and I just sit in my office and listen to Kylie Minogue.
Excellent.
Or
Right.
Barbara Streisand.
Well, that's not Barocca, is
no,
it?
that's definitely not Barocca or Bach.
No,
and
no.
think it's
I
Bach
was
either,
going
but
to
anyway.
I was going to bring up about the introvertedness because you've already done it.
Yeah.
And you've already given us way more than we thought we were going to get. So a bit of Barbara Streisand
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
Kylie Minogue.
particularly the Don Johnson collaboration. Do you remember that one?
No.
No. Okay.
But please elaborate.
Very good.
Please tell us.
Very good
But
collaboration.
talk us through it, will you?
Or sing it.
Yeah.
No,
Give-
that's for
belt
later.
out a tune.
That's
Come on.
for later. I'm surprised you don't hear it down the corridor sometimes.
Or just
Usually
give us
early.
a
No,
little bit.
I'm not singing you any
Because
Barbra
there's only like 5 people
No.
look at this. As
No,
we spoke.
no, you
Yeah,
already told me
so-
you've got a bigger audience than you expect. I'm not singing. It'll come back in one of those fishnet moments. I know how this works. Yeah. So no.
And Kylie Minogue. So what's your go-to songs when you're going to put it on? You're just going to have a little bit of alone time, and
Yeah.
what do you hit play on the most?
No, it's just whatever it wants, right? Apple Music,
okay.
Kylie Minogue, go. Or it's French radio. That's the other one that the team go, oh, we're back on the French radio today. Yeah.
But that's
What does
interesting
that
listening for
mean?
us.
What does that mean?
Chérie FM. It's like old timers music, but in French, because the ads are then in French, which is way easier to put up with.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really cool, particularly if it's in the morning, right? Because then now I'm getting to the depth of my weirdness. Because it's night in France, which means less ads, right? So you get
So
all this.
what do you mean by
grouse
old time music? Because I listen to 1930s radio music.
Like no, you know,
that
like
sort of thing?
104. What do you people
Like
call?
I listen to old.
Like 80s, 90s stuff.
Okay, no, I'm waiting for that.
No, that's too
You say
old.
1930s.
Yeah, I love that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
He's
No,
a
I didn't. But
Carlos Gardel kind of guy.
we're learning a lot more about each other in these podcasts as well. Yes, 1930s.
Yeah, 1930s, 1940s.
And what's your pick? Who's
just
big in that era?
Just listen to it all, and you can get it like you listen to the music, and they have the old advertisements, the ads as well that you can
Oh,
listen to,
nice.
which are fascinating.
That
yeah.
would be fascinating.
We'll sit down and have a listen to it.
All right,
good.
I really look forward to it.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Have strange hobbies. That's
That's-
okay.
we do have
Moving
strange
swiftly
hobbies.
along to Zoe.
We do have
Yeah.
strange hobbies. It's better taking the piss out of you most of the time on
Yeah,
this.
well,
It's quite good.
that's exactly right.
And so, some of you may recall some of our last episodes. Gordon had been wearing a shirt that says Gordon on it, and we
case I forget my
genuinely
name,
took the
Dan.
piss out of him on that one. And yeah, it was just in case if he got his name. So, be good to see you dressed up for the occasion for Zoe.
Well, I have. That's exactly right. Yep,
Yeah.
I have.
Zoe, no, you know his name, so you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was unsure on the last guest knowing his name, so yeah, he just had to make sure of it.
Brandon,
You're a
I love it. Yeah. Have you got merch that says Big Dan?
Yeah, I got merch.
Yeah.
I don't have a shirt though.
He's going to get one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm not. Gordon reckons he's going to get me one.
I'm going to see your socials. It's going to have big Dan Repacholi.
I don't know whether I
can.
can.
Like Sam Lim has the apron.
Oh,
Yep.
bless.
Is there
Does
an
it
apron?
really?
Have you got an apron? Do
No.
you want an apron?
Yeah.
We could get matching aprons.
We could get matching aprons.
Yeah.
You never
Tell them
cook.
about the footy shorts.
I do have some branding on some clubs I
think
sponsor.
I have seen that, and I think I wrote under it, cannot be unseen. Yeah.
So I got my name class in the back
Yeah.
of Pecolman Reds footy shorts.
Yeah,
It's Dan
it's-
Repacholi MP.
It's good that it's a long name.
Luckily, right?
Where's
I
the
get
O in
some
Repacholi?
broad advertising on that sometimes, I can tell you. Some real broad advertising. Because let's just say that there's not many of them where it's a little bit bunched up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's stretched
exactly.
right out.
Yeah.
Which is good
What
because
kind
you
of team is it?
pay for it.
Yeah,
so
what kind of team is it again? Remind me.
It's
Is it
a
rugby?
rugby union club.
Nice, okay,
Yes,
cool.
so
Yep.
which is all right. And I feel I
Broader
got
is
the
better.
best bit of real estate.
It's excellent.
They wanted my head on there, but I didn't think
No.
that's acceptable.
Going.
Yeah, so
Yeah. You could put your head on the front.
Yes.
Couldn't help myself.
And that's the line. Fantastic.
that's how we should set the tile for this.
Yeah.
You could put your head on the front.
Oh dear.
And so back to sports. So
Yes.
you obviously you like footy. You
Yeah, I
like,
do like footy.
Yeah, and Dusty's out. He's hurt his back. He's got a fractured back.
Mate, we're having a shocking
Yeah,
season,
so,
but that's
yeah.
good because I can't concentrate on it anyway.
And that's fair enough. And you love your cricket.
I do love cricket.
And is it
I love
test match or
cricketers,
is it one days? Is it
Test match, yeah.
Yep.
Traditionalist.
I don't mind a good test match either.
Yeah, whites,
Yes.
you know, newspapers, whatever, sitting there for 5 days.
Yeah, good
Occasionally looking
stuff.
up. It's heaven. It's heaven.
That's the way.
Yeah.
And how do you go listening to it on the radio?
Yeah, usually. But I mean, it's, you know what it's like. It's the backdrop to summer, right? It's,
Yeah,
your,
that's
it's your
right.
memories of being kids and going up to the G every once in a while and otherwise just having it playing in the background. It's
Yep.
just, it's a happy, happy association.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
We used to
But none
chuck
of
the
this
watermelons
2020
on our
stuff.
heads and stuff
Oh,
on Boxing
nice.
Day test.
Yeah, Bay 13,
And,
mate.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly right. And
Good
just
one.
on the cans in the pool, it was quite nice.
Yeah. Can I tell you a funny story though about the cricket? So at one point I was doing some work with CUB, right? And they had a new team that had come in. I think it had been
Doesn't sound
born
like
out
it was on the
by.
cans, Dan.
No, it was on cans. And they'd come in from, you know, they had a new management team that had come in from overseas. And I was talking to them about how they needed to go to the Boxing Day test. It was great Australian tradition. You know, I said, you can do a beer snack. And they said, what's a beer snack? And I said, you work at CUB.
They work at CUB and don't know
How
what a
can
beer
you not
snack
know what a
is.
beer snack is?
That is
And they had
disgraceful
no
by
idea. I
CUB.
know. So I had to like find one on Google and say, it's this, buddy. I know, maybe they've been banned. Beer snack's been banned.
They get cut off quite early now.
Okay.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, some people always take things a little too far and take the fun out of it from others.
But they're just plastic cups. How dangerous can they be? Anyway, but yeah.
They're plastic cups, exactly right. Yeah. I remember we went to a day-nighter one day and it was Australia versus Pakistan and
Yeah.
we had a massive, massive one going. It was great.
Yeah, for us.
Everyone from around us was chipping them in. Geez, it was good. It was good fun.
Yeah, it's good fun. And you get like the drips of the beers on your head and it's
Yeah.
really cool. Classy.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Place to be.
Yeah, but it's, you know, it's part of our childhood, those sorts of memories and the madness of Bay 13 and because you can't see where it is anymore now, so you got to sit there and go, man, I might work out where the larrikins are. Yeah.
You can see him though. You spot him
but
from
you
a
would.
mile away.
You would spot.
Try and hide.
An ERB.
My wife's trying to get me go to the Richie's Day in the Sydney Test.
Yeah.
Yes, so we'll see.
Yeah.
See if I don't go to that.
I don't believe in the Sydney Test because it's meant to be the New Year's Test, right? Now they've pushed it off to the 3rd or 4th. It's like there's people who won't get out of bed to go to cricket. I don't think that's cool.
Jeez, all right.
How
At least the Boxing Day test is on Boxing Day. New Year's Test should be on New Year's Day. Get up, Sydney. Anyway.
Get up, Sydney. And on that note, everyone, it's been fantastic. Zoe McKenzie, thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
being
Dr.
on the
Gordon.
show.
It's nice to be with you guys. Thanks, fellas.
Been great to have you, Zoe, and I know that you've been anticipating this for a long time.
Yeah.
Did it live up to what you thought it was going to? Or have we let you down? Has there been highs and lows? Or has it just been a good mix?
It's just early, so every time I laugh, I cry. Next time it's better in the
I
afternoon.
thought it was just because you were looking at Gordon. And myself, I love myself into that too.
It's just too early. Oh, God, place is falling apart. But yeah, no, it's fun. Thank you for having me on because, you know, I've been nagging you for a really long time. I think when you said we're going to do this, I said, great, I'm the funniest person here. You should have me on it. And he goes, yeah, we'll get around to that.
And it's been great to have you all. See you next
Yeah,
time.
guys, enjoy it, have a great day, and please make sure you hit the follow and subscribe button.